back to the program. And even as a Thai university has made a number of adjustments in its hopes to produce both creative and intellectual human resources, one of the main obstructions that have been facing is the so-called language barrier.
In today's very hectic economic world, how should we adapt to that in terms of the education for the future generations?
One of the things that I think is very important at this point that many people are very concerned about is the language, because not just only English language that is very important at this point, but the third language will be very, very important also. So, but I found the good signs of the education in Thailand that there's many schools and also the universities that have been trying to promote and try to revise the curriculum in order to provide more opportunity of the Thai students to learn from the native speakers, and also trying to provide more opportunities to set some kind of the international project that the students may have an opportunity to experience by themselves. Other than that, I have heard that the Ministry of Education have been trying to promote the learnings in language and also promote the reading society in our countries also. So that part of the thing that I think will be very, very important. Other than that, the concern with the university itself, it has been like trying to move. There's many universities that trying to move from teaching university to research university, because actually for higher education or university in Thailand, the number of years that has been operating is just only about 100 years in Thailand, the higher education. Right. So at first, maybe some of the universities trying to do the teaching much more than research, but right now, since in order to bring the research to commercial, in order to make it helping to increase the status of the economics of each countries, they need to use the research as the base. So this is part of the thing that I think more numbers of the higher education institution in Thailand have been trying to do. And other than that, our countries is trying to increase the research funding in order to help the research center and also the university, and also for the school in order to promote the teacher.
Move up the ranks.
Yes, right. Doing the maybe research in teaching or classroom research also, in order to try to make the or prepare the faculties and prepare the students to be cope with the knowledge-based society in the future.
Just now you mentioned about students nowadays, they need to know not just the second language, but the third language already.
Yes, right.
What is your point of view to that?
This is the way that we see nowadays, that the world is narrow and due to technologies. And we know that through technologies we need to use English. Yes. So besides that English, at first you need to have English. At the second, right now it is the essentials that you need to know about English. But for the third language is the more of the opportunities to learn from others and also to do to share the knowledge and also to learn from each other, which may be some countries that do not use English, so the people or the students can learn and can share the knowledge by using others' language also. So especially for the, like for example, the China, there's many Chinese people right now, and many countries would like to do the business with China because there's more demand on that due to the population. And we know that there's many countries that the students have been trying to learn and use Chinese language or Mandarin. So this is part of the thing that I think if the student thinking of the third language also, that might be very useful for them to work in the future.
About the capabilities of Thai students nowadays, what do you think about the level of their capabilities in terms of language barrier, in terms of skills that they need for the future, or as we're stepping up towards ASEAN, which is becoming more important? Which level are we in right now?
For language, we still need to improve at this point. I just got back from the Philippines, and I found that everybody that I met for the service, the people in the service industry, students or people around or villagers, they can understand. If they cannot speak very fluently, they can understand at least enough to communicate. And compared to when I come back, and I found that compared to even the students, we still need times in order to improve about language. That is very important. But for the knowledge, others kinds of education in several fields, science, technologies, or social science, or arts, I think Thai students or Thai student had an opportunity to enough institution, enough curriculums to be learned.
And now when you talk about ASEAN, especially in the last couple years or 5 years maybe, ASEAN has become a booming word for every part of the society. Do you think that the Thai universities as a whole are ready for this coming ASEAN community, and what do they need to do more? Is there more work to be done?
At this point, for the awareness, I think all Thai university has been aware of this very much. And all universities have been trying to create the curriculum and also activities to promote it. But so we, in my opinion, we are in the stage of attempt trying to understand, learn from each other, and seek for new ways to do. But in order to achieve, I think Thailand may need more of the time, for maybe more than 5 years, more than 5 years in order to prepare, because in education, you may know that education takes longer time, and sometimes you need to do little by little. For example, if you study, you need to study for at least 12 years, which is long until you see. But along the way, I believe that there's many beautiful flowers that you can pick up. You can pick up, and wait for more of the numbers of the new breed of the flowers that may be in next 5 to 10 years.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And that wraps up today's edition of Towards 2015. You can watch us again, same place, same time, same channel. As for today, สวัสดีครับ